no idea. But hold on. Okay, hello, everybody, and welcome to this 12 FPS. My name is Fable. I will be playing Bob and a few other assortment of characters, and I will be playing with.
Cranky, who will be playing Ross?
Uh,
Yeah, Ross. Do I need to introduce Ross? I
I
guess I
mean,
could.
you can put like a picture up in the roll zone, I guess.
Yeah, I'd have to find a picture first.
Yeah, no worries. While you do that, so in this FPS, we will be playing Walk in the Park. Walk in the Park, and I will be showing the title card shortly, but not quite yet. Uh, but for now, let's go. While you're getting the picture ready, are you good if I go ahead and start with the little intro?
Sure.
All right. So our fun little story. There's the boy. There's the boy.
Big boy.
He's a good big boy. I should probably actually put a picture of Bob, but uh, anyways, our fun little FPS starts in lovely old Toontown, in the I guess downtown area, I suppose. And it's just a nice sunny day. Not much is happening. It's going on as usual. Cranky, what would Ross be doing about right now? Nice.
Uh, Ross could go for he loves himself some coffee, so he could go for some coffee right about now.
Some coffee? Perfect. Oh, perfect. There's nothing wrong with going and getting a coffee. A lot of tunes go and get coffee. A lot good assortment. Well, I guess once Ross gets in there, I suppose he'll start. I imagine it's just normal. Get coffee, regular day, and maybe he overhears a conversation between I guess two little rubber hose tunes. They're just having their coffee and conversation. They look to be looking at some posters on the wall though near the coffee shop, and they're going like, man, they're certainly putting up a lot of wanted posters lately. Yeah, there's certainly a lot of criminals been popping up. Wonder what the police are doing to catch them. Uh, Ross, when you hear this, what do you do?
Uh, Ross would like to inspect the wanted posters.
Cool. I'm not gonna make you roll for that because they're right up there.
They're right there.
They're right there, so it's like you don't really need to roll to see a wanted poster. But obviously, you could see a good assortment of no good doers. A lot of troublemakers, and you see you see one of yourself. It's a nice little wanted poster of you. Except there's something that seems to be wrong about it.
He's gonna like walk right up to it and squint at it.
Oh god, I feel bad. I didn't make a picture of the wanted poster. I should have. But basically,
Oh no.
well, Ross as people notice in Ross's picture, he has a marking on his right side. However, in the wanted poster, it is on the wrong side. It would be on the left, I believe. Be hidden.
Um,
So what do you do when you see this wanted poster that is well, not quite accurate?
uh, well, blah, blah. Give me a second.
No, you're good.
Uh, well, first of all, he's gonna snort in disapproval. um, so, sorry.
No, it's all good. You just gotta snort.
Yeah, I'm probably, you know what, take it off the wall, might as well.
And the little rubber hose tunes go like, oh man, what was they see you do this. They're right next to the wanted posters as well, and they're going like, hey, you probably shouldn't take that down. I mean, it's important. It's important that we know if a criminal is near or what a criminal looks like.
Well, there's plenty more where that came from, apparently.
Is that supposed? close to me. And Ross, as you've taken this poster down, which I believe you're not supposed to do with wanted posters. Usually that's kind of, they're there for a reason. So Ross,
Well, I need it for reference.
so Ross, you feel a little poke in your side, and it's excuse me, sir, but I believe you should put that back.
What's it to you?
And I'm guessing as you say that, you turn around to see who it is.
Yeah.
You see this Frankenalley tune is a very short miniature Schnauzer Frankenalley tune wearing a officer's uniform, and he has this. He's holding his
Oh.
he's holding his coffee. He's got a little bag of muffins, but he's looking at you rather sternly.
um. Well. Uh.
Yeah,
Sorry, I gotta get into the I gotta get into the groove.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
it's start of the game. Yada yada. Ross is gonna slap well, first of all, he's gonna slap the poster back on the wall, but like wrong side up, and he's gonna inch away.
I'm gonna make a little. I am gonna roll that, so it's gonna be. Oh, cool. These guys don't get any. Just gonna roll straight d20. That's a 9. Okay, so this police officer does not notice anything just yet. He sees that you've put it the wrong way up, but he doesn't see the obvious quite yet. He goes, excuse, I believe you've put it the wrong side up, sir. Would you
Have
kindly?
I?
Yes. Would you kindly fix it?
Well, he Ross is gonna take it, and he will put it still wrong way up, but like upside down from where it was.
Ross. Sir, are we? And this now, he's barely gotten. He hasn't even drinking his coffee yet. He's just holding it, and he kind of rolls his eyes. It's early, it's early in the day. He goes, "Sir, are we going to have a problem?"
Oh, what? No problem here whatsoever, officer.
Mm-hmm.
He says, oh, so sweetly.
I see. I see. Well, unless you're here to get a coffee, sir, I would ask you either get a coffee or leave, because he's not in a good mood, and Ross is being a bit of a. He's had to
You
do
know
with.
what? Screw it. He's here to get a coffee, and so far, it's fine. It's fine. He's gonna get his goddamn coffee, and he doesn't want to walk too far. And currently, he is not getting. Service is terrible here, says Grizz.
Yeah, it's probably. I'm willing to bet that this coffee shop is probably one of the cheaper coffee shops.
Exactly.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not a Starbucks coffee. It's one of it's one of those like coffee beaks that's like kind of just down the road of Starbucks. So it's like okay, but it's not the best coffee.
Yeah. Ross is going to walk past the officer. Um, not like particularly casual. Like how like the kind of walk where it's like, oh, I'm totally not up to anything. Well, in this case, he isn't up to anything, but also he's like not trying to get caught.
Right. Which is understandable. I'm gonna make one more roll because this officer is still watching Roscoe to make sure that he doesn't try anything in a coffee shop this early in the day. Let's see, 12. Oh my God! Wow, this guy is not. This guy really needs to drink. This guy needs a drink of his coffee. You know what? As this officer is about to turn around and go on his day, one of the Rubber Hose Tunes had watched Ross tear the had watched Ross tear the wanted poster off and had watched this little quote unquote conversation between Ross and the police officer. And they go, excuse me, officer. And, they point his attention back to the wanted poster, then to Ross. And the officer has to do, he does that very cartoonish, like, looks at the poster, looks at Ross, looks at the poster, looks at Ross.
Oh, you cut out.
Oh, I did? Oh, no.
I don't know what you said there.
Oh, did that very cartoonish, looks at the wanted poster, looks at Ross, does this a few times, and then you just hear this little bing, and you see the light bulb. There's the light bulb.
Oh no, there's the light bulb.
There's the light bulb. And
wait. How? Okay, I'm not sure if Ross managed to get away, like, particularly far from the officer, but also I'm just imagining Ross just, like, quickly, like, swatting the light bulb away.
Just a little shoot, no. Oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Ross, but as you are so close to getting away, you hear the officer go, excuse, just 1 moment, sir, before you go.
Yes.
And the officer, this small officer has had to, he's climbed on a chair real quick to snatch the wanted poster off the wall, and he puts it right side up to face you. Well, I don't think I need to say much more. We could do this the easy way, or you can follow me down to the station.
How about, I've always fancied a bit of challenge. So Ross is gonna bolt.
Oh, a runner. Okay. As you run, this miniature schnauzer isn't very fast, and he knows this. And I don't know if Ross looks back, takes a moment to look, but this schnauzer pulls out a dog whistle. Let me just put this in the roll zone real quick. And Ross, as you are starting, you obviously don't hear the whistle. Maybe you see some other dog-like tunes nearby, wince a little bit, like, ooh, that's kind of loud, even though you hear nothing.
Mm-hmm.
As you start to bolt, you start to see other police officers start popping out. Not really in that cartoonish fashion of where they just kind of pop out from nowhere. Like, one comes out of an alleyway. One pops out of a sewer grate. How'd he get there? Who knows? We don't ask questions here. But now
I appreciate the Labrador one so much.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. So we have one. One miniature schnauzer, 3 giant schnauzers, and a lab, who's just happy to be here. So you have started to run, yes?
Yes.
Cool. I'm gonna ask you to make a roll.
Would that be athletics?
I'm actually gonna have you make a dex save real quick.
Okay, that's a d20 plus 1. That's a 13.
13 is not great, but it's not the worst. So I'm gonna say, as you are heading towards the door, you bump into someone. You bump into a little toon who's about half your height. And they go, oof! I'm sorry. He's just, and actually, let me make a roll as well. That's a dex, that's a +1. Oh, 20. Okay, good. Okay, good. So this little tune has not been one.
Toppled
He has not
over.
been toppled over, but also the coffee he was holding is also still in mint condition.
uh,
However, this tune is standing between you and the door. I'm afraid.
uh, Ross is just gonna grab the tune.
Okay. And so begins the chase. And now would actually
So,
be a good time to put up the title card for this FPS. Now that you have just scooped up this tune and have started bolting. All right, so you have just scooped up this little tune who is kind of just like, oh, okay, he's still holding his coffee. The police have seen this and are going, oh, hey, stop! Which I imagine you don't stop, do you?
I don't stop.
Cool. You don't. Cool. So you've run out. Have you run out of the coffee shop as now that you have grabbed
Uh,
this?
yeah, since the tune is out of the way, and currently, probably over Ross's shoulder like a sack of potatoes with the coffee.
Awesome, 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 awesome. Okie dokie. I wonder if you need to roll if you outrun it, because I want to say, do you want to roll to see how well you run ahead?
Sure. D20 plus that would be a
It'd be Dex, yeah,
that's
because
a
Dex.
plus. I mean, if it's a, I mean,
Oh, I
outrunning would be athletics.
oh yeah, that would
So.
be athletics. Go ahead. Oh, that's it. That's an 8. That's an 8. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
So I'd say maybe you got a little slow. Maybe you got a little slowed down when you bumped into this tune. One of the so yeah, one of those cops is just is. I'm gonna say one of them's gonna make a grab, which would be okay. Let's make it +1 because these guys don't have a lot of modifiers. 14. Okay, so these guys. So that'd be 14. So one of these guys makes a grab for your jacket, Ross.
Oh no. What do I do?
Well,
uh,
what would you like to do? You've slowed down,
uh,
and I'm gonna say it's the lab that manages to grab you. He doesn't look to be very. He's not as big as the giant schnauzers. So who knows? If you roll well, maybe you could shake him off.
yeah, I'm gonna try to shake him off. That's a D20 plus, what would that be? Strength?
Yeah, let's do strength.
That's plus 5. That's an 11.
11. Ross, this is not your day. This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't have your coffee in the morning.
Exactly.
So unfortunately, as you're
Just a second, can Ross steal Bob's coffee?
you know, the coffee is still intact. So does Ross want to steal Bob's coffee?
Not right now. He's a bit preoccupied.
Okay. Now luckily it's the lab that has hold on, and he is holding on, but he's not really. Actually, hold on. Let me make a strength, just to see how well he. Let me make a strength. 18.
As far as he's concerned, it's a game of tug of war. Apparently.
This is a game. This is a game of tug of war. Except it's the lab that grabbed on, and I don't know if you noticed, but the lab doesn't seem to. He's got his tongue hanging out, and he's staring at you rather blankly. He's kind of just having a good. He's not trying to pull you back. He's just holding on and running with you.
Back off.
He doesn't say anything. He's just he's just got his tongue out. He's breathing. He's a happy dog who thinks, oh, this is a good time. So he's running with you. Uh, and the other police
Wait,
officer.
yeah, no, go ahead with what the other police officer's doing.
Well, the other police officer just going, David, 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 you're supposed to. God, this is why we don't bring the rookie with us. David. And they start giving chase as well. So Ross, you you have a little tune. You have a rookie police officer literally on your tail, literally
um,
running with you.
okay, so I would like to steal Rookie's. I would like to steal David's hat and throw it in the opposite direction and yell fetch.
Uh, for that, I'm gonna have you roll because you are be really you're not trying to outsmart him because there's not much to outsmart. I would say make make a strength to see how far you throw the hat.
God damn
7.
it!
It doesn't go very far, but again, you're moving as you throw it, so it's still so David sees this hat, his hat gets snatched up, he sees it go, the opposite way down the street, and he, happy dog mode, tails wagging, he lets go of your jacket and he bolts for the hat. He bolts for the hat. So that gives you, and again, to the chagrin of his senior officers.
Like, God damn it, David!
David. So as you're running, so now you're running down the street. You now no longer have. Again, they're still chasing after you. David's a little preoccupied with getting his hat for a moment. But Ross, you feel a little tap on top of your head. Excuse me.
Ross turns around and looks at the tune he has not let go of so far.
Yeah, and this little tune, which I'm sure the audience now knows is. Pretty sure you just said it was Bob, but anyways, he goes, I'm sorry, I don't really know what's going on. Why are we running from law enforcement?
Um, well, uh, Ross kind of blinks because mostly he was just moving the tune out of the way in like the probably the simplest. He did not actually plan for this. It's just like, you know how sometimes you grab a thing and now you've got a thing and you just haven't let go of it.
Yep.
That's Ross right now. So he just kind of blinks blank. He just kind of, well, you can't see it. You can't really see it because he's wearing his sunglasses. But he blinks and he's like, well, I'm running because I'm wanted right now, and you're coming with me because you're my hostage now. Yes, that is it. I planned that. That is what we are doing.
Oh, and Bob kind of blinks rather blankly at you, cause what does? I'm sorry, I'm a little new. What does that mean exactly?
What do you mean? What does that mean?
Well, I mean, I think I understand the wanted. You've broken the law or you've been framed for something. At least that's been my experience with law enforcement. The hostage part, I'm a little hostage. That's what you called it, right? Right. Is there something I should be doing about that?
Well, Ross has not encountered a hostage who needed a like tutorial on being a hostage. So he's like, "You're doing fine. You're doing just fine right now. Just keep doing what you're doing."
Oh, okay. And he takes a sip of his coffee. Bob, Bob doesn't fully understand what's happening, but his time in Inkwell has just been so weird. This might as well happen. So, so yeah, you are running down the street, and I'm gonna say about this time, Ross, you come to an intersection in the street. Uh,
Yeah.
to the right is more city, more downtown. To the left is the gateway to a park.
Mm-hmm.
Which way would you like to go?
Um, well,
I should say this also looks like a very busy park. It's
yeah.
it's early in the day, so plenty of people are either like
Uh,
taking their breakfast or their walk into this park.
yeah. Uh, Ross is gonna run to the park, I think. Mostly because, haha, title,
Yeah,
uh, title drop,
title drop. Yeah.
and yeah, and also because just a guy jogging along, nothing to see here. I'm sure he's got like another tune like slung over his shoulder. It's fine.
It's fine. What could be wrong? What could be wrong? Could you make a perception check for me?
Uh, a perception. Okay. The that is the wrong chat. D20 plus 1. I am glad he has a proficiency in perception, otherwise it would be a -1.
Oh dear. 17.
Oh,
Okay.
hey!
Okay, cool.
An okay roll.
Yeah, that's hey, he's getting into the swing of things.
A good old jog helps wake you up.
Yep, good old jog. Now that so this is actually going to be for two things because I should have had your roll
Mhm.
perception back at the coffee shop. But
Okay.
anyways, uh, Ross, as you enter the park, you still hear the police, from behind you. You hear you hear, them barking, stop, put that tune down. He's got a hostage, and the like. But you also hear maybe it's because you thought it was just the music playing at the coffee shop, but you
Yeah.
realize that the music has been following you,
Yes.
and I don't and well, I imagine Ross took a glance behind him at
Absolutely.
cool. So you notice among the police running beside them playing fun little chase music is a radio with legs. And he's not doing anything. He's at the moment he is just running alongside the police. Chances are he could probably catch up, but for the moment doesn't really know he doesn't really know what's going on either.
Ross just raises an eyebrow. Is like, well, that's something new.
Oh no, that's rad. I think he's just well, I don't think he really knows what's going on either. He's just having fun, probably,
Is,
maybe.
is that your radio?
Oh yeah, I built him.
Huh.
Yeah.
Um. Okay. Is there anything going on at the park?
There is. There is, and that's the other thing for the perception
Do
roll
I
that
do I need to roll another perception, or is this one good?
I will take the one that you have made.
Okay.
So you know how a lot of parks is usually just a lot of grass and then a couple cement paths that go around?
Yeah.
So there are two cement paths that go off from the entrance of the park. One goes towards the skater park area, and the other goes towards well, it's really just a walking path. You see a lot of joggers going through. They're a little group of old ladies, do their morning jog, talking, doing the gossips. Which way do you
Mm.
do you wanna
Mm.
do you wanna go towards the jogging old ladies or towards the skater park?
Uh, it feels like it would probably be easier to lose the cops at the skater park, so that's where Ross is going.
Cool, cool. So there are plenty of tunes already in the skater park. Okay, right? They're
Mm-hmm.
making they're having some fun. You've got a couple tunes off to the side with their skateboards that are watching, the ones in the, I don't know what they're called, making some tricks off the rails, doing flips, and the like. So Ross, as you reach this skater park, how would you like to try and lose these cops?
Um, Probably like trying to like dip in front of like the path of skaters and such. Like,
So you're gonna like try and like weave through all the skaters? Like,
yeah, probably that sounds about right.
cool. So I'm gonna say that's athletics.
20 plus athletics. That's not a plus 5. Fingers crossed. That's a 14. Okay.
14. So not, you don't get hit, but you've got a lot of skaters, zooming past you, flipping over your head. It probably makes you a little bit dizzy. You probably get spun around a little bit. Actually, another I'm also gonna make another little save roll. Oh no. Well, uh
Oh
Bob's coffee just got kicked out of his hands
no! Oh
by one of the skaters. And Bob goes,
no!
"Oh, oh
Oh no!
no. Oh no, I wasn't finished with that." Oh, and I shall make another.
I can get you another one.
Oh, really? And Bob actually looks surprised by this, like, "Oh, thank you." And let me make another little thing for these. The 20 plus. Well, see, 11. Okay, so so as these police dogs are giving chase, they don't think to go one by one or even to go around the skaters. So unfortunately their big, well, it's ironic that they're dogs, because a dog pile is soon to happen as they get knocked over by as one of the skaters comes really just charging right into them and knocking them over. So now
I'm just imagining like a bowling pin sound.
yes, it's they have, in fact, Rad plays the bull. Actually, now that I say it, now that I've said that, now that I've said that there's been a rolling pin sound effect, let me make a little roll for Rad as well, just to see how our favorite radio is doing. 19.
Oh, he's doing great.
Rad is great. Rad got out of the way and he just watched and made the bowling pin sound effect. So he is good. So I'm gonna say congratulations to Ross for making it through the skateboarding pit and slowing down the cops. That's pretty good. Now
Nice.
as you pass the skateboarder park, now it's you're got deeper into the park, and now it's just past the cement paths to perfectly green fields. This is probably where kids are running. They probably got some kites. Probably a couple people. Probably a couple tunes with their own not tune-ish dogs? Question mark. We're not gonna think about it.
Question.
We're not gonna
We're
think
not
about.
going to think about that too hard.
We're not gonna think about it too hard. No one pointed out to the police officers, and we should be fine.
Mox is non-domesticated.
Not domesticated, yes. They're not. Yes, our not domesticated Toon dogs are being walked around by their owners, which is perfectly normal in Toon society.
Okay, excellent. Bros is gonna glance back, see if that he's put sufficient distance between him and the cops.
Let's say they got slowed down a good bit by the skater debacle. Rad, however, has caught up with you and is now just standing beside you, looking around, like, huh, seems like a fun time. he looks up at you, Ross. He's mostly checking to see if Bob is okay, and so far Bob is just like, well, yeah, I'm okay.
I've had worse.
Had had worse. Still don't fully. Um. So what exactly are you wanted for?
Um, let's see. Uh, Mugging, theft, um, just a whole, just a whole assortment of crimes.
Uh, oh, oh. Bob looks a bit concerned now. Um, and um, he's not. He's a little speechless at the moment. He's not sure what to say. Cause oh dear.
Oh dear.
Because last time Bob had to deal with law enforcement, he had been in that case, in that circumstances, he had just, been framed and was innocent. So he kind of assumed that, oh, this guy probably has just gotten framed as well, and is trying not to be arrested. I can understand that. Oh wait, no, he has done illegal things. Oh,
What did you think?
oh dear. And so, okay, if so, what's gonna happen to me exactly?
Um, well, um, once I've lost these cops, once I've shaken these guys off my tail, I'm I don't know, I'll set you down somewhere and you can go on your merry way.
Oh, you're not gonna. Oh, really? You're not gonna. Oh, okay.
No, why would I need to?
You just said you did muggings and stealing. I'm not really sure what to expect, because you're basically a criminal, right?
Correct.
Okay. And you really see the gears working in Bob's head, because like on one hand he doesn't like you are a criminal, on the other hand he thinks he'd like to get put back down now. uh so instead he thinks, so oh, if I help you get away from the cops, you will put me down, yes?
Yes.
Okay. And Bob takes a breath. Oh, I can't believe I'm doing this. Okay, um I think there's past where the kites, all these kite area. I think there's a river that way. I think. I've only kind of briefly looked at the map of the place. I think there's a river down there, and I don't know. Maybe they have boats or something if they do fishing. It's a park.
Ross, uh, glances over at Bob and smiles. It's like, thanks. Hey, thanks for the tip.
Yeah, you're welcome. And,
Oh my gosh.
and at this point, I'd say the police have regained themselves after the skater park debacle, and are you can now hear them getting close again. Like, oh, there he is! He's over by the kites. Get him!
Skedaddle time.
Skedaddle in time. I would like you to roll again, because again, there are people in this kites. There are people walking their dogs, children with
Okay.
kites.
What would that be? More athletics?
Yeah, I'd say more athletics.
25. Oh no.
Oh, no. Oh dear. Oh, Ross. Oh no.
Oh
how?
no.
Oh man, what did you do? What have you done? I'm gonna say that as you started running, uh, and by some misfortune, oh no, a kite has flown into your face, and
Oh no.
you're blinded for a moment as you are running, and luckily you're blinded because you can't hear, you can't see, you can hear some yells and cacophony happening as you're running,
Oh no.
but you are blind, so how would you like to?
Well, he's gonna try and slap the kite off his face as he tries not to fall over or worst case scenario would probably be him getting tangled in the string.
That would be pretty bad. It would be pretty bad if I made you roll to see if you don't do that.
What would that be?
Um,
Dexterity?
I want to say dexterity, but you could roll for strength because you could just be trying
Yeah,
to rip it off.
yeah. He's just gonna rip it off.
22, cool. So
He
yeah,
just eviscerates the kite.
that kite is gone. That kite.
And the child whose kite that belonged to is probably crying.
Yeah, there's a you hear the sounds of a crying child somewhere behind you. And there, and you've left a good trail of I guess whatever counts as destruction in a park would be Rad is still playing the fun chase music. There's a trumpet in there.
Amazing.
Yeah, actually, hold on. Let me roll for Rad real quick because Rad is also having a fun little. It's gonna be this one again. Let's see how Rad does. 21. Rad is doing a-okay. He is here for background. He is here for background music. So nothing bad will happen to Rad. I say, and will probably doom his next roll in the future. Who knows? And let me roll again to see how the police are dealing with this little kerfuffle. Oh, where's their? No, wrong tab. Where's their sheet? There it is. +1. 14. So they are. 14 is not great. I'm gonna say they're not doing the worst. They're a bit slowed down by the mess that you made during your blind stampede, but otherwise are not too bad.
Okay.
So they're still somewhat keeping pace. That said, you're not fully through this grassy field just yet. You've made it past the kites, and now you are at you're at the dog running section of this grassy field where all the dogs are running. There are dogs and people,
So many dogs.
so many dogs, so many non-domesticated dogs. Actually, you know what? Make perception. Roll
Yes.
perception for me.
D20 plus 1.
11.
That's an 11.
That's an 11. That's not great. So you know what I'm gonna do, since Bob has decided to help you out. I'm gonna add Bob's perception into here. So let me just roll for that real quick. That's 5. 9.
Oh
no. Bob had been covering his face when you'd been running blind with the kite, because he's like, oh, I can't look.
I love Bob so much.
But because of that, he didn't see. You hear Ross. You hear a little tonk and a little ow from Bob. As Bob has just gotten donked in the head by a tennis ball.
Oh no! Ross skids to a halt. I was like, "You okay there?"
Yeah,
Ross.
I'm okay.
Okay. Ross grabs the tennis ball, whistles a bit at the cops, and he's gonna throw the ball.
Would you like to make
That's +5. That's a 20.
That's a
Dirty
that
20.
that's a dirty 20. That ball goes far, and you already know at this point that David the Labrador cop is already gone. Is already going after it. However, I am going to make a quick little roll just to see.
Would
Oh,
that be like wisdom for them?
it would, but they don't have any modifiers to their wisdom, so it's just gonna be a straight D20. So we're gonna see.
Okay.
So we're gonna see how the miniature schnauzer and the three giant schnauzers do with this. See how they do. 15. They watch as the ball goes.
Sensible.
They watch as the ball go. And God, is it not tempting? You see their little. You see their little. The little. I don't know if anyone's seen a schnauzer, but you know the little nubbin of a tail that they have. That little nubbin of a tail is wagging, but they're like, no, no, we are on duty. We cannot let this guy go. So while you've officially shook one of the cops because you know David's gone and he's in a field full of puppers. So this you now just have four of the five police officers now
Okay.
giving chase. I was just hoping we'd get rid of them at this point. So hold on as I improv my way out of this.
um. Okay. What else can I do?
Other than park, I would say by this time you could probably see the outline of the river, or at least the trees that line just a little bit in the distance that you think would line the river. I would say at this point
Excellent.
because it's straight ahead. And if you can actually, and I'm assuming you're gonna keep running again, or is there anything
Yep.
else? Okay, cool.
I can't think of anything else to do, so.
I can only think of one other thing to do, which is gonna be. Give me one sec. Let's see if we can. Okay, I'm gonna make another set of rolls. And nope. So I just want to see if it works, because if it doesn't, then well. His luck's been good so far, so let's see how it. It's a minus 2 charisma. Oh dear. Well, 16. Oh, thank God. 16. Oh, they got it. Okay, so obviously Bob has watched you throw this tennis ball, and he sees that it got one of them, but not the other four. So Bob looks down to Rad and be like, I'm really sorry. Could you maybe distract them for us, please? And Rad as he's running gives a little salute and an aye and Rad is he's gonna pull something, I'm sure. Actually, you start hearing circus music start coming out of the radio.
Oh my God.
Start coming out of the radio. 16. And he has now started to.
What's he doing?
Oh, he's being
Asks.
well, he's well, let me ask you, what do radios do best? They make
Be
noise.
noisy.
Yup. They be noisy. And I don't know if Ross is looking over his shoulder while this is happening, but Rad basically has started up a fun carnival music. He has started taking a good assortment of things out of his speakers. Some of them are his sports equipment. Some of them are some of them are tennis balls, baseballs. He has a lot of sports stuff in there that he is now
Oh my God.
that he has now just started to juggle, which I'm actually gonna make a quick little dex thing because the charisma was just to see if it would actually distract. But 2 + 1. Come on, Rad. Let your luck hold through. 16 again. I want to give it to him just because I can't. What do you think, Greg? Do you think that would be good enough to distract a good amount of people?
I say that because Lady Luck has been favoring him thus far, let's say yes.
Okay, let's say yes. So, uh, even though four police officers have not been distracted by the first ball, uh, they're now just seeing this radio playing music, and he has multiple kinds of balls just juggling in front of them, and oh no, oh dear, instinct is
Oh
is
no.
instinct is taking over. Oh, they're trying so hard. It's like no, Roscoe, Captain Roscoe, sir, we can't do it. No, don't you give up on me. Don't you give up on me. Don't no. And soon it's just a ball, 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 and Rad juggles a little bit longer. They're just like, give us the ball, give us the ball, and Rad actually gonna do one more little roll because I can, and it's a +2. Please, 21. Yes. So Rad launches all of the literally sends the sports equipment flying back the way you had come into the park, and those police dogs are just ball, 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 and they are, well, they're gone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. They have, unfortunately, Puppy Instinct has won this day.
Ross is impressed.
Bob is giving a little clap for Rad, and Rad turns around and gives a little bow.
I think at this point Ross will put Bob down.
Oh, good. And by this point, you're probably are you putting him down by the river? Because you're still running. You're probably by the river now, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Cool. So yeah, you're by the river. There's a tiny little dock with a couple boats there. Probably there are a few paddle boats. There's one that's obviously has a motor on it. Wink wink.
Yes.
But as you put,
Excellent.
yep. And now that Bob is on his feet, he's just like, oh, okay. Well, I lost my coffee. That was fun. We got chased by police officers again. Also fun.
Again? This isn't your first time?
It's a long story. So I'm not. I don't think we have. I'm not sure we have the time right now. I mean, that throw was good. That Brad's throwing is good, but there's still
Oh
a
no,
chance
absolutely. I'm getting out of here. Still, you're the most cooperative hostage I've ever had. Don't know if it's a good idea for you to keep doing that, but
Oh,
hey,
wait, our hostages.
I'm not complaining.
Oh, and Bob's like, oh, was I supposed to fight back?
No, I don't know.
What do you mean?
Ross just laughs and like walks over to the boat.
What do you mean? You don't know? You're the one who took me as a hostage in the first place.
Ross can't stop laughing. He's just say, I like you. I can get you a coffee to replace that one you dropped. Sometime.
Bob's about to argue
We
more.
can discuss the intricacies of being a hostage then.
Bob raises a finger, about to argue, but he kind of lost his words when you said that when Ross said that he liked him, and he kind of just like his mouth snaps shut, and he's got a little bit of blush. It's like, oh, Bob's a little flustered now, and he's just okay, I guess. uh, oh, I'm Bob. I'm Bob.
I'm Ross. And I guess you did ask earlier, like, how high the chance of, like, Ross giving Bob his phone number is. And you know what? Ross is just gonna, like, take, like, a crumpled up piece of paper from his pocket, scroll a number on there, and, quickly hand it to Bob before running off, to steal a boat.
Aw, Bob. Bob looks at this number. It's just like, oh, oh, and his head's a tomato. You don't see a lot of color on Bob, but now his head is just bright red tomato.
uh, Ross is absolutely kind of flushed too, but like it's unclear if it's because hey, cute tune, or if it's just from all the running he's done.
Let's you know what? I guess if you call this a first date or something, let's say it's the running.
It's the
Wink,
running.
wink. It's the running.
Wink, wink.
uh, and I want to say that'd be a good place to
Yep.
a good place to end it. Probably, and Rad's probably got is probably cheering on Bob because like is like, oh yeah, Bob, you got a number, and all you have to do is get carried.
Amazing.
That was great.
Yes, it was great.
And that ladies and gents, that was a walk in the park with Bob and Ross and Rad, who rolled the best out of anybody in this entire game.
Rad did amazing.
Rad did great. I'm impressed by Rad's ability. I was expecting Rad to not do well, but wow. I guess Lady Luck likes radios. Good to know.
Nice.
Nice. That was fun.
Yes.
It was a bit...
Shall we move elsewhere?
Yeah, let me end the recording.